because I love putting like a fall tree in the living room. It's so cozy at night. And I just came out here on the front porch with Coco, and it's starting to rain. You can hear the rain kind of hitting the tin roof. She sees somebody walk. Coco, it's okay. I just got off the phone chatting with Mom and just out here sitting on the porch. Oh, there's a crow in the yard. I always throw the bread ends out to the birds, and the crows came this morning and they had some. Oh, he's calling out to his other friends. Oh, who else loves that sound of the rain hitting the tin roof? My baby. Yeah. It's still raining. And me and Coco, she's literally sitting up here on her mama, right here on my chest. And they're not here right at this second, but the little chickadees are flying in. There's about 4 of them. A mom and her 3 little babies, and they're squawking away and they're eating, and they're just like, I don't know, like 5 feet away, not even. And I don't know if you guys can hear them squawking in the background, but it's raining and they're coming up with their hair all messy on top of their head like little mohawks. And God just puts little blessings in your life. I'm just appreciating their song and seeing them up close, and I'm with a thankful heart. God just gives you those little gifts, you know. And I'm just looking at our grapevine, how strong and healthy it's growing. Just really beautiful. My heart's very grateful. All right, so I brought this custom made garland. I had a friend who crochets. She does amazing work, and I've had her make a few things for me. And this I seen on Google. Hi, Coco. She's giving me kisses. It's acorns and oak leaves. And usually I put my pumpkin pie garland there. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that there or put my pumpkin pie, because I really do like the pumpkin pie there. But anyway, I also brought this tree, and I'm going to put my fall leaves on it tomorrow, and it will be lit every single night. And I have the lights already up here, my string lights, and it goes all around the barn door. So it'll be super warm and cozy for fall. But I'll give you guys an up close of all that. I see one of my leaves I need. Where's my finger? There. That leaf I need to open. It's all folded. But yeah. So it's slowly starting to come. Just thought I would show you guys. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a few things with yous. I'm just going to haul out my pot because, let me get the big one. For supper tonight, we're going to have some things from the garden. So, look at these pretty tomatoes. I got some red ones there. My tomatoes are just starting to, most of them are not there yet. But anyway, we're going to have some beautiful yellow beans. I'm going to get the ones at the bottom. I'm going to do all these ones. There. I have to go through it because it looks like there's a couple. They got to be washed and everything. But I see something. What is that? That is going in the compost. So is that. You know, once in a while, there's some that I'm going to, This one. I'm going to go through, that one. I'm going to wash them first, is what I'm going to do. And then I'll have to pick out any more that is garbage worthy. They look all good. It's just they got dirt on them. There's a blueberry. It's raining outside right now. I think I'm going to cook all the yellow beans. Why not? Because we'll have enough for tomorrow, and that way they're already cooked. So let's just do it. So we're going to have fresh peas and yellow beans from the garden. And I'm using this big pot because this got to cook for a while. And then I'm going to add in some broccoli at the very end to steam the broccoli. Piece of dust. And then I'm going to do some healthy bassa fish, you guys. So there's some new viewers on my channel that never got to see. Maybe they never even heard of bassa. Who knows? But I should wash these off first, and then I'll pick the ends off. But bassa fish is amazing. It's better than haddock, and I'm going to do it the healthy way. So we're going to have veggies, bassa fish, and I think I'm going to do some potatoes and onions on the grill. That way there'll be leftover for breakfast tomorrow as well. So I'll be right back. All right, let me just turn that light on for you guys. So I just gave them a quick little wash, and I'm cutting off those little ends with the picks. Now, this is something I guess a lot of people do, and it just makes it easier when you're eating it not to have to worry about those little end picks. My husband doesn't like them, so I always try to take the time and cut them off. But yes, our garden has been such a blessing. It's been a beautiful therapy all summer. I love seeing the birds out in the garden and just watching the changes every single day. Something grew, something changed. Very grateful. There's been a lot of sirens all day today. And I don't know if people are just going too fast. Because I heard there was actually like a few accidents. Because sometimes it's a medical emergency. And then, sometimes there's accidents. But I guess there was a pretty bad accident. I don't follow the news. This is a friend of mine that told me. And I was just in shock about this accident because there was some fatalities, and I keep myself away from that type of news because I'm a person that gets affected by that. And anyway, just the stuff she was saying, I was in shock over it, and the family needs prayer and everybody involved. And yeah, so let's just talk about the garden, okay? We have 2 new bouts of yellow beans growing. They were planted really late in the season, and right now they're starting to bloom all their flowers. So in another couple weeks we'll have fresh, brand new yellow beans to enjoy. And it's a good crop, so I'm really excited for it. They're so healthy and good for you. And we're still picking yellow beans off of our first set of yellow bean plants. Like my dad said, the more you pick, the more they grow. And he wasn't joking, because you think you picked them all, and then you go out a couple days later, and there's like literally a whole bunch new ones. And it's like, wow, I didn't think we would get that big of a crop, but you do. And it's beautiful. There's nothing that tastes better than something out of a garden. You know what I mean? And there's like just a sense of extra specialness, something that you put your hands in and that you helped to plant. And I know God did all the work in creating it and letting it grow and blessing us with the harvest. And I got the gift part of it. So me and my hubby are going to really enjoy this. There should be enough. I'm going to make enough vegetables for today and for tomorrow. And same with the fish. I'm going to do enough fish for today. And then I will keep a fish in the fridge and do the fish fresh again tomorrow, because this type of fish tastes better if you cook it fresh out of the pan the day you're, like, just before supper, when it's nice and hot and fresh, not reheated. You could reheat it, but it's not as good. It's better made fresh, like any fish, I guess. You know what I mean? Oh, these yellow beans just smell so good. And I have the window open beside me, and I can hear the cars driving by and the rain on the ground. You know, when a car drives by and it just rained and the ground's wet and you hear the whooshing of the tires or whatever. I love that. It's just comforting. I try to appreciate every single thing that brings any type of comfort or joy or peace, like, because that's just really important. All right, so I think I'm just gonna cook these puppies as they are. Yeah. All right, so these got to get cooked, and when there's about 7 minutes left, I'll throw the broccoli to steam the broccoli, but that's a nice feast. So they're already pretty much rinsed, and I got to make sure I put enough water so that there'll be enough to steam the broccoli. And right now I'm still doing a compost. We'll do the compost right up until the frost, or until the first snow, and then I'll stop doing it till the spring. Because once the snow comes, I know where to put the compost. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little chit-chat. You never know what I'm going to be talking about. But anyway, tonight for supper, we're going to do the bassa fish. And I also need to work on the menu plan for the week. That just helps to keep me more organized and have less waste and financially save money on groceries. So I need to work on that either today or tomorrow, one or the other. And as long as I get it done today or tomorrow, I'll be happy with that. But tomorrow I plan to haul up the fall bins and get fall decorating completed tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I'll chat with you when we get ready to cook the fish. All right, before I forget to show you, this is the bassa fish bag. That's how you spell it. There's no bone, no skin. $10. And it says 4 to 7 fillets. We've never had any less than 7. And they're the size of your plate. They're pretty large. So these just got to unthaw a little bit more. We still have about 2 hours before supper. So by that time, they'll be ready for me to dry. You pat them dry with a paper towel. You put them in a baggie with flour. Have your pan hot with oil, and you cook them up like that. Just a little bit of oil. And then you put fresh dill, fresh cracked pepper, pink Himalayan salt. That's it. And you cook it. I'll show you guys, but I want to show you the bag. And this is what it's called. Bassa fish. Bassa. $10 for the bag. This is really good. And it's so healthy. You could put lemon pepper on it. You could squeeze fresh lemon over it and have like a light pasta or some white rice. Like, you could do so many different things with this. And it's, oh, I made fish cakes with it. I had a leftover bassa fillet that was already cooked. I cut it up. I had some leftover mashed potatoes, blended them together, put my spices, and then I cooked them in the oven. I froze them. I mean, they were incredible. My hubby loved them for breakfast. So, but yeah, it's really, really good. I should go grab a couple potatoes. I'll be right back. All right, so I got my pan heating. I boiled up potatoes and 1 onion with a little bit of summer savory, and then I drained them. So now they're going to go into this hot pan. You want to make sure you get that sizzle. Oh yeah, we're going to let that cook wonderfully. Ooh, these smell good. Let's put some salt and pepper while it's cooking. So I only use pink Himalayan salt in our home because it's natural, it's not bleached, and you get the minerals and the good stuff in it. Table salt is bleached, and my hubby's doctor told us stick with either pink Himalayan salt or coarse sea salt. Oops, things that are not altered. Whoa, see that one, guys? That was a good flip. Then I have our healthy oil in there, and I didn't put a lot of oil either, so I think I'll add a little bit of dill because we are putting dill on the fish, but I'm going to put dill on the potatoes too. It just adds, it does. I love cooking with dill, summer savory, and oregano. They're my favorite spices. We go through a lot of this. So I'm going to get those nice cooked, nice and crispy. My pan's up to 7, so it's nice and high. And there's going to be enough of this for breakfast too, as a beautiful breakfast potato. And you guys can see I left the skin on, I washed them. There's onion in there, so it's going to be such a beautiful addition with the fish and the veggies. There we go. Just got done disinfecting the bathroom and putting out fresh towels. So, I'm gonna multitask. Alright, so this has been boiling for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to add the broccoli to steam. Enough for today and tomorrow. I'm just making sure the sticks are facing down. Alright, so I just got to allow that to cook, and I still have a good half a bag of family broccoli. So let that cook. Alright, so what is in front of that? Is her hair? I have my pan heating, and I just got done cooking. That's really hot. Hold on. The broccoli, the yellow beans, and the snow peas, and I put pink salt and some butter. So you guys see the steam. I'm just keeping it covered to keep it hot. And all I did with the basa fish is I put it on a paper plate with paper towel. I dried it, and then I threw it in a baggie with whole wheat flour. That's it. You can use oat flour, you can use white flour, whatever. But this is what I have on the counter in our big jar. I have a mixture of oat flour and white flour. So anyway, you just coat it really good, and that's all you put. And then once you get it in a pan, I do only one side, and I do salt, pepper, and fresh dill. So I don't want to turn on the fan. I want you guys to hear it sizzle. It's getting ready to go in the pan, guys. So I already put my oil, and the pan is hot because it's smoking. So now I'm going to go in with my spices for just one side. Some pink salt. Some pepper. And I do want to say, for anybody who's new here, who never seen me make this before, basa fish does not cook like haddock fish. It's not going to dry out. So you can cook this. Every meat we cook, including fish, gets cooked extra. And I cook this. When I say I cook it, I cook the crap out of it. So there I just put some dill Dill goes amazing with fish. If you guys have never tried it, it's incredible. And if you make homemade tartar sauce and you add dill, you're going to love it if you like dill at all. So I got my fan on. But I'm going to let this take its time and cook. I have the grill on the 6, so it's like a medium-high. And I'm going to let it cook for about 6 minutes before I flip it. I usually end up flipping it twice. And I let this get cooked well done. It gets a nice crispy edge on both sides. It's fully cooked all the way through, and it's not one bit dry. So the potatoes I made, I salt and peppered them, and I put cheese. And then over here, you guys will see, we do have leftovers, see, to go in the fridge for like tomorrow morning. But yeah, so I'm going to let these puppies cook up, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to flip them to show you guys. And that's all that was on this, guys, is you saw me put the spices and flour. And I don't know if you can see on camera, but this has a beautiful char. And I'll let my fan up more. Oh, by the way, Basa fish does not have that yucky, lingering fish smell at all. In fact, when you're cooking it, it doesn't smell like fish. It's such a beautiful fish. Really good for you. So I'm going to let that side cook, and then I'll be flipping it again. So, isn't that nice? It almost looks like a batter, but it's just flour and the spices. Yum. And then it also has the flavor, because you guys know I cooked the potatoes and onions in this pan, so it's getting that beautiful flavor too. Really good. Okay, this just got done. So we have the Basa fish, the homegrown from our garden, yellow beans, steamed broccoli, and we have grilled potatoes and onions with a slice of cheese on it. Extra slice of Basa. We have leftover veggies and potatoes. So, I mean, this tastes amazing. It's so good. Yum. All right, so I got the kitchen all disinfected and cleaned, everything, all the loaded dishes all done. And I also took the leftover, that piece of Basa fish and the potatoes that I had made for tomorrow morning's breakfast. What I did is I combined everything, I cut up the fish, and I ended up, it gave me enough to do 4 fish cakes. So what I'm going to do is cook 2 fish cakes tomorrow for my hubby. With his breakfast, he loves homemade fish cakes. I did add some summer savory to it and a little bit of oil to hold it together. But I'll cook that with you guys tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to freeze the other 2. That way, it's a really good breakfast thing. My husband loves it for a breakfast. But he really enjoyed supper tonight. It was really good and healthy. And I'm played out. Me and Coco is getting ready for bed. So I feel good that the counters are all disinfected and cleaned and dishes all done. So you guys, I hope you have a good night.